Welcome, everyone. So good to see so many of you join us here this evening. What a treat. Awesome. We'll let everyone get connected in. Welcome to tonight's online Thermomix demonstration. My name is Julia, and I am joined by one of our awesome team leaders, Lee Sevi. And together, Lee and I are going to take you on a bit of a journey with the TM7 tonight. Very warm welcome to you all, and a special shout out to many of our consultants and other team leaders who are also joining us tonight. It's a great place for everyone to come and do a little bit of learning. So I would love for you all, we would love to make tonight as interactive as possible so that you get loads out of it. We'd love for you to share in the chat box where you're zooming in from tonight around New Zealand. Both Lee and I are based in Wellington, but we'd love to see where you're all from. How tonight's going to work is we want to be able to show you the possibilities of cooking with a TM7, whether you are trying to find ways to perhaps eat smarter, to eat healthier, or to find, bring a bit more zing into your kitchen, or to perhaps save some money, whatever that is for you. We hope that tonight we can show you what the possibilities could look like. So we're going to have a few different dishes that we're going to be able to show, some through video and some live cooking. And we're going to be sharing with you all the different things that we have available. Lee and I will also stay on at the end if any of you have got some questions that you would directly like to ask us. But your consultants who invited you on tonight are also here, and they will for sure be following up with you to see how they can help you from here as well. So sit back and relax, grab yourself a cuppa or a glass of wine or a snack or whatever it is that you want and enjoy. And please don't be afraid to use the chat box and interact with us as much as possible. So we will get underway. I do have a few visuals to share with you guys. Here we go. All righty. So welcome to our virtual TM7 demo. Whether, as I said, whether you've got a Thermomix on your benchtop already, in fact, pop in the chat box if you've already got a TM31, a TM5, a TM6, or maybe you're a new TM7 owner, pop that in the chat. Or maybe you're here because you're curious just to see what the fuss is all about when it comes to cooking with a TM7. What we're going to do is first of all kick off with a wee video that gives you a little bit of background to Vorwerk, who are the manufacturing family of the Thermomix. They've been in business for over 140 years, would you believe? So I'm just going to share a wee video.
For over 140 years, we at Vorwerk have been relentlessly driven to enhance everyday life in homes around the world, evolving from our first Thermomix to our latest innovation. We bring joy and pride to the table with unique culinary experiences. Alongside premium products, we build lasting relationships. We make house cleaning effortless with high-performing, versatile solutions, growing global companies across more than 60 countries. This success comes from our dedication to you, our customer. You'll see it in the eyes of our more than 100,000 determined people. Our passion for delicious food, spotless homes, next-level technology, high standards, and sustainability is what drives us. For over 140 years, we've been reinventing ourselves. And now, we're taking another leap forward with our most advanced Thermomix ever. At Vorwerk, we empower people to ignite their passion every day.
So there we go. An incredible place to work. I feel very grateful that I have been lucky enough to be working with Thermomix and Vorwerk for the last 10 years or so, and even visited the factory there. And I can hand on my heart say what an incredible company, and the manufacturing of this machine, it really is world class. All the parts are manufactured in France and Germany, so a really high quality product. Before we get into the cooking, I would just love to ask you guys a wee question, just to think about you and your household and the cooking that you do in your kitchen. I would love to know, or Lee and I would both love to know, what's the most important thing to you when it comes to cooking? So we've got a few different things here that usually resonate with people. For some of you, it could be that time's the most important thing. Maybe dinner time could look a little bit chaotic in your house, and perhaps you're, busy doing other things, working, bathing kids, dropping people here and there. Maybe that is, or you're working full time and you get home late at night. Maybe that is something that is of value to you, or maybe not. Maybe it's that you are looking for ways to eat healthier, perhaps cutting preservatives and things out of your diet. Maybe you're vegan, maybe you're keto, maybe you've got a certain way of eating. So maybe health is the most important thing to you. Or it could be that real excellence and excitement. Maybe you're a real foodie and you want to get a little bit more chefy at home and bring that kind of restaurant quality to your kitchen. Or maybe money is the most important thing to you, and you would love to find ways to help spend less money, at the supermarket. Perhaps there's takeaways you'd love to cut out, or just find smarter ways of spending when it comes to feeding your household. So again, we'd love for you to put in the chat, what is it for you? Is it time, health, that energy, excitement, or the money? Just pop a THE or M, and maybe it's a couple of them for some of you. And let's see what you are all thinking. I'm just going to open my chat box, hopefully, so I can see you. Some of you are all of them. Yeah, I get that. Time and health for others, energy, excitement, definitely time. Yeah, lots of people there thinking time. So what our intention tonight is, Lee and I are going to try and show you different ways that the Thermomix can be a solution when we're faced with, some of these challenges in our kitchens. Thanks, guys, for sharing. That really kind of helps us along the way. All right, we are going to just have a quick introduction of how can you cook with a Thermomix. So there's three different ways. You can either cook manually, where you tell the Thermomix what to do using time, temperature, and speed. Otherwise, you can cook what we call a guided recipe, where you follow along, and you're going to get to see that tonight as well. Or we have individual set modes, and with the TM7, these modes have become really quite unreal. So when someone says to me, what is the Thermomix and what can it do? I think the absolute best way is to watch this video. It's just a few seconds. How cool is that? I would love to know, did you spot any appliances in that whirlpool that you've got sitting in your kitchen that you perhaps haven't got out for ages, that you think, oh, I'd love to be able to declutter some of those? All of those things the Thermomix can do. So without further ado, we are going to, first of all, take a look at the recipe, which is using the dough mode. And Lee is going to introduce this recipe, and then we're going to share a wee video. So Lee, well, first of all, we would love for you to introduce yourself, and you can talk into the recipe and let me know when you would like me to push play.
Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm Lee. As Julia mentioned, I'm based in Wellington. I've been a Thermomix owner coming up, almost 10 years, I think. So I've had a few models. They started off with the TM5 and then transitioned to the 6 and the 7. The very first recipe that we're going to be showing is the Pizza Bianca recipe. And it's just fabulous because you get to see a few different modes and functions throughout. So keep an eye out for those as the video is playing. And I'd love to hear from you in the chat box. What breads are you currently making or buying? Over to you, Julia.
Awesome. So yeah, pop in that in the chat while we watch this video. We've got a condensed version of Lee whipping up the Fruity Dream. So I'd love for you to look out for some of these different modes that Lee is using in here. Oh, hang on. Why, for some reason, that is not playing. That's interesting. It was working before. I'm just going to go to the next video and see if that is playing. No, that one is not either. So that is fun. I am going to reload that video. Lee, shall we start with the recipe, the manual one that we're going to be doing, which is the strawberry buttermilk sherbet?
Absolutely. Let's do that. Let's pivot. I love that.
Let's pivot while I
Let's
reload the
pivot.
videos.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, so I've just popped on here some of the different modes and functions that Lee is going to be using. So I'd love for you to look out for them while she is cooking these recipes. So I'm going to stop sharing and we'll go to some live cooking and I'll see you guys back in a minute.
Fantastic. Good luck, Julia. Hope that you can get those loaded for us this evening. So we're going to be doing a beautiful strawberry buttermilk sherbet, which is a little bit of a twist on Fruity Dream. If you've had a demo or you've been with a consultant, you may have done that already. So this is just a fabulous one. I was actually with a customer recently and she pulled this out of her freezer for me to have a taste of, and I was so wowed. I thought I'm going to make it too. And just last week, I made some butter. I bought a big 2 litre bottle of cream and I had some buttermilk left over. And I thought, this is the perfect opportunity to share with everyone this evening how you can be, you know, reducing the waste and using some of those ingredients to create another recipe. So I love that. So I'm going to use it manually this evening. So if you are really creative and you love just opening up the fridge and the pantry and you've got a few ingredients, you can be using your Thermomix that way. So with the TM7, we just tap onto the little modes icon along the left-hand side of the screen here, and we're going to go into manual mode. So we've got the time, the temperature, and the speed on the screen there. And the very first thing I'm going to do is pop in some sugar. One of the really great things is that it is a guided recipe and it will give you an idea of how much sugar to use, but you are in control. You know, you can adjust ingredients, you can change ingredients to suit your family's needs. So I've just got a little bit less sugar in there tonight. I'm using some raspberries in my recipe and then in with some lemon zest. So really beautiful flavour base already. The recipe on Cookie Dough is actually an imperial, so it comes up all in ounces, but you can change that in your machine as well. So I'm just going to come over here now and I'm just going to start straight away with the speed. And you've got some presets at the bottom, or you can use the tumbler to scroll with the speeds as well. And I'm just going to go 10 seconds. I'm not even going to put a time. I'm just going to kind of watch the screen flicking over and go for about 10 seconds. Or 14. That was 14 seconds, so super speedy. And I will just show you. I like to do a little tap just before I open it up because you can get a little bit of a dust. My bowl was a little bit damp, so some of the sugar and the lemon zest has gone up to the sides of the bowl. But that's absolutely fine because we've got the spatula here. Just give it a little scrape down. Smells so good. All the beautiful lemon zest from my lemons. They're producing some fabulous fruit at the moment. Got my beautiful raspberries here, and I'm just going to open up the scales at the bottom of the screen and go on with about 500 grams-ish. I'm very much an ish cook. I love to just kind of cook with my eyes. Something looks about right. Look at that. I've got 555 grams, so not even 500. I've got an ish going on there. And then some vanilla. So again, just a good sort of teaspoon, good splash of vanilla there. And I'm now going to open, oh, need a lid. Going to open up one of our modes, which is the blending mode. Lid on. We're going to go out of manual mode and into our mode screen here. And then I'm just going to open up blend. It already presets that speed for us here at speed 8. And it has 30 seconds. I actually don't need it for a whole 30 seconds. I only need it for 15. So I can just scroll that down. Oh, other way. Working sideways here. So about 15 seconds. Press play and just let that go. Fantastic. Gives us a little song. Love that little merry tune that says it's done. And look at that. The power of that. Literally, hopefully you can see that with my angles there. So speedy. When it comes to blending, what comes to mind? What would you use a blending mode for? Pop it in the chat box. If you are a Thermomix owner already, are you utilising your blending mode? Do you find that you use things more manually, or do you actually use the mode? It's preset for us, making it super easy. Now we're going to go in with our beautiful buttermilk. So this works out to be about 300 grams of buttermilk here. So straight into the bowl. And this time, I'm going to give it 1 minute at speed 5. So the blending mode is speed 8. So we don't need quite as much power. I'm going to come out of the blending mode there, back into that little manual setting there. And it's 1 minute at speed 5. So I'm just going to put those in. Oh, that's seconds. So I want 1 minute and speed 5. So I'm going to use my little presets at the bottom. 4, 5. Press play. Let it do its thing.
Awesome. While that's doing its blending, I'm just going to show you quickly what some of the modes look like on the TM7 up close. So you can see here, these are some of the modes that are available, and there's a few new modes in the TM7. So we've got a special mode for browning. We have a particular mode for steaming and also open cooking, which you're going to get to see a little bit later this evening as well. So a really easy way to be able to use your Thermomix if you're not necessarily wanting to follow a guided recipe. And your consultants are here to kind of help you with all of that. So if you're wanting help to know how to use a particular mode, or you're looking at Thermomix for the first time thinking, far out, how am I going to learn all that? The best way is just to learn through the guided recipes initially, and then with the help of your consultant, you'll be absolutely whipping up a storm using all of these different functions, whenever you wish.
Thanks, Julia. So let's just have a beautiful little mix through there. And it's got a beautiful, like, creamy consistency to it. So just trying to scoop a little bit out there. Looking wonderful. And I don't know if you noticed, while that was doing the work for me for a minute, I was actually zipping around my kitchen. I was putting my leftover berries back in the freezer, my vanilla back in the cupboard. I popped a bowl into the dishwasher. So while I was hands-free, it just freed up some of my time. So I love that with the Thermomix. Now we're going to give that another little quick blitz for 30 seconds on speed 4. So there's still a little bit of raspberries at the bottom there. So just the preset, 30 seconds and speed 4. Even faster with a TM7. Those presets make it super speedy. So just going to blend through those last little bits of raspberries at the bottom of the bowl there. And then I'm going to get my whisk ready. So I've got our whisk here. And then 30 seconds. So super, super fast. Couple of ingredients. How many ingredients did we use? Did you notice? I don't know if anyone saw my little tray sitting here with a few things on it. So getting all those additives out, knowing exactly what's in your recipes, definitely brings the health factors. You know, who's read the back of an ice cream container lately and have a lot of stabilizers and all sorts going on. Got my little butterfly whisk here, so that's what the little influencers do. They hold up their things. So it's got the 4 little wings as such there. We're going to pop that into the left of the high blade. And this is now going to be used to aerate. So it's going to whip it all through. And we're going to give this a quick whisk for just 30 seconds on speed 4. So never more than speed 4 with your butterfly whisk. That's really important, just to keep it in place. And 30 seconds. So super fast. Has anyone been keeping track of how many minutes this recipe has taken? What do I want to do? 30 seconds. Just had a little thought then. The scroll. But 30 seconds there and speed 4. So another preset. Press play. So no dial. I'm just going to whip that through. It's a little bit like, watching the grass grow. I wouldn't be doing this in real life. I would be doing other things in my kitchen for sure. if you've already got a Thermomix, what do you do while you've got a cook time or something happening in your machine? Are you scrolling ahead to recipe steps or finding some time to do other tasks around the home? So we are done. That is it. So I've got this beautiful whipped consistency. I just put my butterfly whisk into the sink. Get some of this beautiful fruit sherbet out. And I've got raspberries, and because I've got raspberries, I've actually just chopped up a little bit of dark Ghana chocolate, and I'm going to sprinkle a bit of that on the top. The colour is absolutely phenomenal. Natural, no additives. I've got the thermoserver here, which is going to hold the rest of my ice cream, because I'm sure the kids are going to come running as soon as they know that their recipe's ready to go. So there we go. How'd you get on, Julia? Did you manage to...
Nailed it. Thanks, Lee. It's not only your kids that are going to come running. I only live 5 minutes from Lee, so you might find me running around there soon.
Yeah, come over.
Alrighty, I did manage to get it sorted, and it was a lot easier than I thought. I just had to push one button, so there you go. Beautiful. So we've had a look at the modes. Now what we're going to look at is the dough function and how easy it is to be making breads with the Thermomix. So in this video that Lee has kindly put together for us, we're going to get to see how she makes a pizza dough. So let's take a wee look. I'm just going to actually reshare that to make sure I've shared the sound. Yes, I have. Fantastic. And let's have a look.
Hi, Lee here. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to be making delicious fresh breads using the TM7 Thermomix. So I've got the Pizza Bianca recipe here on the screen, and we're going to get into it. It's as easy as hitting start. And the great thing about the recipe is it tells you when you need to do something outside of the machine itself. So we're going to preset our oven now for 220 degrees and just go to the next step. So we're going to go in now with some garlic and rosemary straight into the bowl. Tick off those ingredients and pop our lid on. And we're going into a really super fast chop of just, look at that, amazing, so fast. Lid and cap on, and we're going to warm that through now. 2 minutes, and it's going to come up to a temperature of 37 degrees. So while that's heating up, just get you to think about what kind of breads are you currently buying? How much are you spending at the supermarket each week, do you think? What does that work out to be each month or even annually? What are you spending on bread? Using a Thermomix to make your own breads is a really great way to be cutting some of those costs at the supermarket checkout. Now we're going in with our flour. So high grade flour, 400 grams, straight in the bowl. Olive oil. Oh, it's marking it off automatically for me. So smart. 30 grams of olive oil. And some salt. Next up, we're going to use the kneading function. So this is absolutely fabulous. It's going to activate the gluten in our bread. It's going to mix it one way, settle, and then mix the other way. And we're done. Quick as that. So it's done all the hard work for us. 1 minute of knead time in the Thermomix is equivalent of 10 minutes of kneading by hand. So if you've ever been apprehensive making your own breads because of the mess and the time needed, super easy in under 5 minutes using a Thermomix. I've got the beautiful silicone mat here. This is absolutely phenomenal for all your bread making needs. I'm going to pop that down on the bench and then pop our dough out. Pop our dough, wrap it up, and we'll let that have a little proving time for about 15 minutes. The cool thing is you can use the timer function on the Thermomix while it's doing its proof. So if bread making interests you, reach out to your consultant for a demo and see just how easy it is firsthand. Get hands-on with the machine. So I have here the beautiful rose gold baking tray with the liner. These are available in the mix shop and I highly recommend these for all your baking. They are reusable, so great for saving money and the planet. Ta-da! Look at that beautiful fresh baked pizza bianca done in under 10 minutes. Active time in the kitchen less than 5 minutes. Beautiful, fresh, delicious, no additives, super easy. I can't press record.
That was a funny true story. Lee was trying to navigate with her mittens on. Thank you, Lee, for that awesome video. And absolutely, oh, look, she's got her having a taste of her sorbet there in the screen too. Absolutely, as Lee mentioned, one of the great ways to understand how awesome the dough is also to be having a hands-on demo where you can actually take the Thermomix for a test drive and make the bread yourself. We have different options. We do bread rolls also in our demos, and a great way to really understand that. So we've done the sherbet already. What we are going to do now is take a quick look at how the Thermomix can help you not only be doing things, you know, like breads and all the different functions and features, but also creating a whole meal. Who here is curious to find ways to cook a one-pot wonder dinner in less than 30 minutes, full of good, nutritious recipes, all done from scratch? Who would be interested in finding that out? Got a few of you there? Also, Lee, do you want to share anything about this recipe before we go in and watch that?
I think it's worth mentioning that this went viral on the socials, and I just love that Thermomix are up with the trends and you know what's out there in the community, so that we can adapt recipes and make it even easier with our Thermomixes.
Absolutely is. And yeah, as we will watch, I would love for you just to be, again, recognizing the so many different functions and features that the Thermomix does in this one dish. So let's have a look.
If you're looking for a really delicious one-pot dinner for all the family, this one here, the Marry Me chicken, is sure to please. I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is with the TM7 Thermomix. Next, going into the bowl, we have some sun-dried tomatoes, some capsicum, some onion, all into the bowl. So it's sauteing off now 160 degrees and stirring, so great time saver. You may also see that the colour here has changed to red, so that's indicating that our bowl is now hot. That is smelling so delicious. It has sauteed off and done all the stirring for us while I was relaxing over there. So now I'm just going to give that a quick chop, 5 seconds. Look at that. Absolutely love this one pot dinner. A winner for all the family. Some paprika, it's going to give that beautiful colour. Some Italian herbs. And some stock paste. So the stock paste The stock paste here, this is something that you can be making to save a lot of money, using all the offcuts from your vegetables, some dried or fresh herbs, and a bit of rock salt. Again, knowing what's going in your food. Lid on. It's going to cook now for 12 minutes. So while my chicken is cooking, I just wanted to show you a great tip here. You can scroll ahead and see what is coming up next in your recipes, which is another great time saver. You don't have to wait till you get to that step to then chop your chicken and put it into the machine. You can actually just be on the go. Right, in with our pasta now. Got spirals tonight. The magic with this recipe is we are now cooking with the lid off. So the pasta's in there and we're just going to set our time for about 8 minutes. Just going by the packet directions. Set and forget. And that is dinner done, under 30 minutes. We've got our beautiful Marry Me chicken pasta there. I'm going to put that into our thermo server with the spinach. And then add some Parmesan cheese that we grated at the beginning, some beautiful fresh parsley, and some chili flakes.
How incredibly does that look? I was lucky enough to be in the kitchen with Lee that day, and I can vouch for you, it was absolutely delicious. All right, well, before we kind of close out this evening, you've seen Lee tonight use cookie dough on some of the recipes, our guided cooking. So I just want to share with you a wee bit of information around cookie dough. Any of you, if you don't have a Thermomix yet, you may want to be a little bit curious and just check out our cookie dough website. So it's just simply cookiedough.com.au. And you can go in and get a 30-day free trial, just looking around and go and see what kind of recipes take your fancy. Once you get a Thermomix on your bench, it does come with a 3-month subscription as a free trial for you. So during those 3 months, you can actually try before you buy, if you like. And then at the end of those 3 months, if you want to continue to use the guided recipes, then it is simply $89 a year. If you work that out, it's $1.70 a week. And I'm going to show you in a minute the reason why that is such great value. The other thing that you may want to do is think about joining our team and becoming a consultant, because in the later months of the year, our consultants are earning their free cookie dough subscription. So that's another way to get it as well. So what I'm going to do now is just share my screen, and we will go in and have a quick look around the cookie dough website. So here's that delicious sherbet that Lee made. I am absolutely going to be trying that. Who else is going to give that recipe a try who hasn't seen it before? I'm sure a few of you will be. So what I'm going to do now is just come onto the search page. There's just a few things that I would love to show you around cookie dough for those who have never seen it before. So the way that you can absolutely be using all your ingredients in your pantry and your fridge wisely, and to ensure that you're not wasting things, is you can actually come and search on an ingredient here. Let's say I had some spinach and some chicken to use up. We saw Lee use spinach and chicken tonight, but there's absolutely other things that we could be making with those ingredients. So I can come through here and get some inspiration of all these incredibly good looking dishes with spinach and chicken. This is the one Lee made tonight, but let's just kind of click on something else. This is actually a little top tip, one of my all-time favorite cookie dough recipes. So if you're wanting to cook this today, you can simply click cook today, and that recipe will go straight into your weekly planner on your TM7. The other thing that you might want to do, if you're one of those people who put your hand up and said time is of importance to me, a great way to be saving time in your week is actually to do a bit of meal planning, and it does not get any easier than it can, with Cookie Do. So what you can do is just click on the three little dots here and go add it to my week. And let's say, right, we're going to have that on Monday night. I can save it there. And so I can plan all my week out, which is super cool. If we go into my week, you can see here some things that we've got planned. We've got what we've made tonight, the sherbet, the pizza bianca, and the pasta, and I've planned other meals for the week. The other thing I can do, again, if saving time is of value to you and saving money, is why not create a wee shopping list? So what you can do is come and click on the little dots here and add the ingredients, the recipes to my shopping list. So it's just as simple as adding them in. Then I can come to my shopping list and I can either search by recipes or by category. And the thing I love about it is I already have a lot of these staples in my pantry or fridge. So I can just go through and tick things off, and I just simply click the boxes. And what it will do is down the bottom, it will. Oh yeah, these are items that I already have. So those are some of the things I've ticked off. So really easy way. You can soon, hopefully we will be able to be back connecting with supermarkets. But what you can do is share the list. You can print it, or you can simply use this as you go around the supermarket and just tick things off as you pop them in your trolley. So loads of great tips in there. There are also just so many recipes. Let's say you are gluten-free, for example. You could come and search on that in the collections and just find a whole load of gluten-free collections or cookbooks, if you like. And you can click on there. This one here has got 94 recipes of all gluten-free, and you can save those. And so you don't have to even be on Wi-Fi all the time. So that's Cookie Do in a 2-minute kind of nutshell. There is so much more you can learn. And again, it's part of the service that our consultants offer. And also we run workshops once a month where we can help you do things to the next level, like creating your own recipes and programming them into your Cookie Do. How cool would that be? Having a family favorite recipe programmed in on the screen of your TM7. So we are here to help you do that. Is there anything you want to share on Cookie Do, Lee?
I think that's a great overview. Jump on the monthly class if you want to learn more, or reach out to your consultant.
Awesome. All right. We have shared a few times tonight that, your consultants absolutely are your best friends in your Thermomix journey and here to help support you. We also love giving you rewards for having a demo. The benefits to you is you get to learn more about how to get the maximum value out of your Thermomix. But we also love sharing host rewards with you. And at the moment, we've got a really awesome, it's called Winter Escapes, a whole collection of goodies where we don't normally have in our host rewards. Including things like our cast ironware and a huge discount on a pizza oven. Lee, I know that you have pretty much earned, I would say, every single one of those. Would I be correct?
Yeah, I think you're right, Julia. I think
Yeah,
looking at that list.
one of
Yes.
the great perks of being a consultant is that every month as well, is getting to help customers and earning yourself an income. You also get to earn stuff from our mix shop. What would you say, Lee, if you were a host for a demo, what would be your pick that you would, or what would you recommend to people to go for this month?
I'd have to say the Ovana pizza oven for sure.
Yes. What's your
Absolutely
favorite
love
thing
it.
about that?
I love it because it's so speedy. As a busy mum of three, we can cook pizzas literally in 2 minutes per person per big pizza. It's portable, so we have taken it out from our home. We've taken it over to friends' places and used it. And it's just a really different way of cooking. We've done things with the what's it called? The sizzle pan. Sorry, I had a moment then. There's a beautiful sizzle pan, and we've used it for a butterfly chicken. We've done kebabs in it. We've done steaks. So it's not just used for pizzas. So yeah, very versatile. Great, for winter. I've been using it a lot lately because I've been showcasing it as a host reward, but also over those summer months as well. So yeah, I absolutely love it.
Fantastic. Awesome. So loads of little goodies in there that you can choose. So let me just talk to you about the cost of the Thermomix. In fact, I think I forgot to show that page right at the beginning. The price of the TM7 is 2,849, and we love to be able to offer you choices on how we can help you get one on your bench. So you may decide that you would actually, rather than getting one and paying for one, you might decide that you won't want to come and earn one. We also offer, just full outright payments, but we also have finance options as well if you're wanting to stagger it over 24 months. So again, whatever option takes your fancy, your consultant can talk to you about that. I did just want to share that we have got a phenomenal promotion coming up in September and October. And it's called Earn for You. And what that means is that you get a chance to get a TM7 on your bench top, either free or discounted based on the amount of time that you would like to give it. So you have a 90-day window. We've never done this before. It's always been 60 days, but we're giving 90 days just for sales and no deposit required. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, again, we'll stay on the end to have a chat or speak to your consultant. So in terms of what happens next, we're here to be able to take you on a pathway from here. Maybe it's that you want a demo to have in your own home, in person so you can actually get hands-on. Maybe you would like another virtual demo to show someone else in your household. Maybe you want to come to one of our local cooking classes, and we've got classes coming up all around our region in the next few weeks. So whatever that next step is for you, we're here to kind of help you along the way. So I hope tonight has given you an insight into cooking with the TM7, ways that it can help you save money, ways that can absolutely help you save time in the kitchen, or just cooking kind of healthier and more fun and bringing the zing back into your kitchen. So thank you for joining us tonight. We are here to stay on if you've got any questions. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you and whatever comes next for you. So thank you from me. Lee, do you want to share anything at the end there?
I think you've covered it all there. I think for me, I just wanted to share, it was a very unexpected journey that I'm here in my kitchen wearing my apron this evening. I mentioned earlier that I was a Thermomix owner for many years. I had the TM5 after attending a demo. And I jumped on to earn it, and I said to Julia, this was 5 years ago, I'm only coming to earn my machine, and I'm off. And here I am 5 years later, because I do genuinely love what I get to do. It's a phenomenal business. It's very social, makes some great income, and yeah, there's a lot that I certainly didn't expect to be getting from it. So yeah, if you've got an open mind and you do have questions, then certainly reach out to your consultant around the possibilities, whether you already have a Thermomix or you need to earn one.
Absolutely true. And we are so grateful that you decided to stay, Lee. And a big shout out to Lee tonight for not only cooking for us live, but also sharing her videos with us. Appreciate you. Thanks, everyone. As I said, we will stay on because I'm sure some of you may have some questions, and we're here to help you with that. Thanks, everyone. Have a great evening. Just feel free to jump off mute if anyone's got any questions at all we can help you with.